Yo, what's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we got a brand new video. This time talking about former FaZe Kay's apology or response video to his Save the Kids stuff. And let's be honest, it's less of an apology video, more of a pass the blame to someone else video. But I have done two other videos on the Save the Kids stuff, and every single time we seem to start getting more ridiculous with everything that's going on and being shown, and this video is no different. It's kind of crazy just that he investigated himself and what he says. But we're gonna break down this video, kind of get it like summed up to cover the important parts or things that I think are more important in the video. So he starts by saying he is no crypto mastermind, and this was the excuse everyone was saying he was gonna try and take. Honestly, it's kind of dumb that he's trying to say that, because if you're saying this, but he has multiple wallets with multiple different transactions, he doesn't have one wallet doing everything. It's a bunch of wallets interacting with each other. It gets very confusing. If you don't know what you're doing, then you could get easily lost. And he has been involved with multiple pump and dump coins. It's not just this one situation where something happened.
I am no crypto mastermind, all right? I'm literally a content creator and I trusted the wrong people and it's led to this disaster that I'm in.
One of the only good things to kind of come out of this is that he says he wants to pay everyone back who actually lost money on Save the Kids, which I don't know how that would be possible to really track down all the losses and make sure everyone gets their money back. I don't know if that would even be possible. If it's millions and millions of dollars, how are you going to do that? But if he manages to somehow do it, good on him. We always got to think, if he had never gotten caught, then obviously none of this would ever happen. He wouldn't be paying anyone back. He would have just took their money.
Even though I was tricked by somebody that took advantage of me and my fan base, I'm committed to paying as many people back as possible out of my own pocket.
And with all this intro stuff out of the way, now we actually can dive into this video and into the bigger points of it. And the first one being that he exposes or releases his own wallet that nobody knew about, that still has all of his kids, Save the Kids tokens. That's like 4.5 million Save the Kids token. But and wants to go on and say if he wanted to take profit and do all this, that he would have, and he wants to integrate things, or did want to, and I guess no longer does. I mean, the project is still there. Just because it got rug pulled and everything, if you truly believe on it, continue on with the project. But also, if you truly believed in it, why did you sell all of it, all of your other wallets of it, immediately, as soon as you could, and dump it? Why would you have done that? You should have just held it if you knew that what you wanted to do was bigger than make money.
And there's a wallet that I have that nobody knows about that still has every Save the Kids in it, and I didn't sell a single one. So if I was focused on profit, then why did I not sell that? And it's because I was committed to this project long term. We thought we would be able to donate and give things through my videos. There was a bunch of charity tokens that were really successful, and we thought we could do the same. And to think I would participate in a rug pull that has my face on it, it's kind of like saying, you know, hey, I'm gonna go and rob a bank without wearing a mask.
And it just doesn't make sense that you would say, you know, I did have, or I used to have big project thoughts for this whole thing. Why not anymore? What has changed? You know, you can still run this thing. If it wasn't meant to be a scam or pump it up at all, you can still run this thing, and you should have held all of your tokens and said, you know, we're going to come back from this and figure it out. But instead, you dumped all of your money, except for this mystery wallet, I guess, and cashed out. So I don't understand where this, like, why it's dead and why you say you're done with it now. And now we get into the point where he actually tries to put all of the blame on Sam Pepper, as usual, and we all saw this coming. Sam Pepper's a very easy person to do this to, because everyone involved in crypto who knows about him knows that he is a scam artist and is not to be trusted at all. So him just coming out trying to put all the blame on Sam Pepper makes sense to do that, avoid accountability, and throw it on someone who already has a tarnished name, but not very much of an apology.
Sam is to succeed. I in no way thought he would ever fuck me over and his so-called friends, my family, and most importantly, all of my fans. Trusting him, obviously, now I realize was a massive mistake. He took charge without anyone's permission and started to make all of the decisions. His control and power influenced the main dev, who literally felt obliged to do what Sam said.
One thing that doesn't really make sense with putting Sam Pepper into the dirt and saying it's all on him and that he took control of the project is why, if he took control and he's the one who changed the whale code, that's what everyone says, he changed the whale code and changed it to the minute interval instead of what it was supposed to be. How and why did you take advantage of that change by selling all of your tokens very quickly after a few hours of the launch? You wouldn't have known that that code would have changed if only Sam Pepper knew about the change and knew about what he was doing. And then you've got more blame and exposing on Sam Pepper going, and honestly, this is what we all expected. We all expected basically Kay and Sam Pepper to go back and forth and blame each other for everything that's happening. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a response from Sam Pepper trying to throw Kay under the bus and stuff. But he continues to go down, say he found a spreadsheet that Sam Pepper apparently made and has a bunch of wallet addresses with Twitter names on them, and then the Twitter names are fake, so he assumes they're all just Sam Pepper's own account.
Half of them are fake, not even real accounts. Who even knows if these accounts ever existed? So the people that Sam are trying to verify are real people putting money into the pre-sale are in fact fake people that don't exist. Currently, it's looking extremely likely that these wallets were owned by one single person. So that means that one individual owned 12.24% of the total supply, which is obviously insane. They then proceeded to dump these tokens almost immediately due to the well code that Sam had changed.
So just continued blaming on Sam Pepper, throwing the blame around, not wanting to take any accountability. And I mean, this is what everyone really expected going into this, but it's crazy to see him actually go down that road. And the only apologetic thing he's said is to give everybody back their money, which was already a thing from his other video, I think. And it just doesn't make sense how you could realistically really do that. So hopefully he does come through with that, but I just don't know how he's going to be able to actually do it. And now we get into the big part that makes everything go crazy, is that he admits and says to hiring private security who followed Sam Pepper.
So as I was in the UK, I hired a trusted security guard to go and stay at our shared house in Vegas because I know how crazy Sam is, but what he saw shocked me. All right, so I'm on the phone right now with the private security guard that I hired when I knew that Sam was going back to our shared house in Vegas.
Working on getting his items out of the house as well. He just was kind of walking around in a nervous behavior. When they were packing, they had gotten the U-Haul and they were back and forth from the vehicles, stores and stuff. And they left very fast.
So you can see this private investigator, who was someone who sent these pictures to coffeezilla in his video, and in that video, coffeezilla said it feels like this is something Kay was sending. Turns out it was, and that just makes it even more weird. If you're so innocent and claim to be so innocent, then why be anonymous in sending these tips to coffeezilla and trying to make Sam Pepper look bad? And make it, and like hire this private security. Why not attach your name to it, come out and say, coffeezilla, this is what happened, this is why I'm innocent, this is someone I hired to do this private security and see what's going on, and this is what they found. Instead, you went anonymous and then completely refused to talk to anybody. And now you come out with this other video, which obviously is very crafted and stuff to try and get people to think a certain way. And instead of taking any accountability, it's all, look at Sam Pepper, look what he did, look at his wallets, look at my private investigator. It's nothing really about himself. So he finishes this video off by talking about, trading crypto and saying that it was something he was doing, and that's why he was taking brand deals for it to do these tweets and stuff. But it was more than just brand deals, as everyone has seen, and coffeezilla reported, showing everyone that his tokens in these brand deals, he had tokens and then sold and dumped them after he tweeted and stuff. So it's just kind of obviously trying to manipulate people and trying to get people on his side. And it's just really crazy to think that, he thinks he's doing the right thing and doing brand deals for these cryptos, even though he says he knows that there's the threat of losing everything there.
I didn't think that there was anything wrong with it. A big part of what I do is brand deals, and they get brought to me by various people, and I treated these tokens just like any other company I work with. Me personally, I have declined the huge gambling deals. I've declined promoting OnlyFans girls to you guys so you go and buy their stuff. Things that I just don't want to expose you guys to. And I guess because I was trading it at the time and they offered me these big giveaways, I thought it made sense.
So he thought it made sense. And he says that he goes out of his way not to promote gambling or OnlyFans and to try and only promote things that he can get behind. But he has to know that there is a big threat of loss of everything on these tokens. So if you're not going to be willing to promote gambling or things like that nature, this is basically gambling with a different name. So it really, and even after the first token, if after the first token he thought it was a good idea and saw the chart after and saw it plummet and knew people had to have been losing money, then he should have stopped from there. But he didn't, and he continued to promote these and continued to be involved in these coins by themselves as well. And in all those tweets, he knew enough to put not financial advice on them to try and guard himself even more. So it wasn't just about giving away to you guys and giving back and making sure to try and give people money. It was about trying to make money and protect himself by putting the little parentheses, not financial advice. And then we have a tweet from CoffeeZilla to end this video off saying, the new information I've been finding on Save the Kids is so awful. FaZe Kay is going to wish he had just made a real apology video instead of forcing me to make another video. So looks like we have another part happening to this Save the Kids stuff and see how it all unravels. But ultimately, this K video just seems like not an apology. The only good thing, if it actually happens and can manage to happen, is to give people back all their money. And we'll see if that happens or not. But the rest of it just seems like a, don't look at me, look at this guy, Sam Pepper. You all know he's a bad guy, right? Just kind of really trying to dodge accountability. We'll see what happens when this new CoffeeZilla video drops, and I'm sure making a video at that point to see what else has really changed. Everything seems to get crazier and crazier, but as always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys in my next video.